My name is Krishna Kumar. I have 20 years of experience in IT industry. I hope if you, as soon as the training is over, probably you can apply for the exam and clear the exam soon, very soon.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So see, the objective here from the PMP program is to prepare for the exam, and you get to know about the project management framework, what PMBOK talks about on a day-to-day basis, how to implement into your day-to-day activities. And then the prerequisite for you to appear for the exam is to have a 35 contact hours. So though it's going to be 32 exactly, I mean, but still it's okay. I think Cadgill, I mean, most of the training institutions give 35 contact hours for you to apply for the exam because you will be taking the uh, simulation test as well, right? So so that also gets included and your preparation time, everything. So we'll make sure that you have a good session for the next 4 days. Okay, and so we'll first look at what are PMI. I mean, what is a PMP and what is a who's PMI and how to apply for the exam and about the PMP exam and what are the syllabus for the PMP exam. So these are the things that we will be looking at. So these are some of the, you must have heard about all these acronyms already. PMP is a credential and PMI is the institute that provides a credential. And, PMI is the one who developed and administers the PMP exams. So PMP actually does a lot of other programs also. It has program management, it has Agile Certified Professional, it has, now business analysis professional as well. So PMI is coming up with a lot of other credentials. But PMP was the first one that was introduced by the PMI. And this PMP credential, if you take up the exam and clear the exam, it will be valid for 3 years. And then for you to, renew the credential, you don't need to sit up for exam every time. Rather, you have to earn PDUs, what is called as Professional Development Unit. Have you heard about this?
No, I heard that you have to like renew your license, but I haven't heard about the PDUs yet.
Yeah, see, PDU is something like, you have to earn some points. Okay. So, for example, I took my exam way back in 2009. Now it's 2017. I haven't written any exam again. So how I renew my credential is every 3 years, you need to accumulate 60 PDUs, 60 professional development units you have to accumulate. I will tell you how to accumulate as well. So these every year, if you can just at the end of third year, you have to submit 60 PDUs and automatically, PMI will validate that sometimes, and then they will extend your credential for the next 3 years. So, okay, so PDUs is something like this. PMI has some categories. Basically, for example, if you are already doing a project management in your organization, then you can by default earn 5 PDUs every year. So which means out of 60, you will earn by default 15 PDUs. So you can showcase your day-to-day activities as your experience, and then you can say that I am already doing project management and this is what I have done for the last 3 years, and you'll get 5 PDUs per year, which means 15. So remaining 45, you have to, there are a lot of PMI chapters available. But PMI chapters is, for in Illinois, for example, you may have a PMI chapter. PMI chapter is nothing but an organization. Again, PMI is organization where every region or every city, they will have their own chapters where a lot of, discussions and knowledge sharing happens through that forum. So when you sign up for PMI, when you register for PMI, if you can register for a PMI chapter, which costs only $10 per annum. So if you can just join the PMI chapter, which is nearby your city, Illinois, wherever you're staying, then what happens is, the PMI chapter, once you're enrolled, they will send you an email, any programs that happen every month, most probably they will have some kind of a program, on project management, where somebody will be coming and giving you, their knowledge sharing, and they'll be, giving instructions on what is project risk. They will talk more about project risk, and they may talk about some real life examples as well. So when we attend that kind of programs, it depends depending on the number of hours we are attending. The PMI chapter will give us one PDU or two PDUs or four PDUs depending on what kind of program you're attending. So you can earn these PDUs based on these also. The remaining 45, either by self-learning or by or by attending these PMI chapters, you may have to earn that PDUs. So every 3 years you need to accumulate 60 PDUs. That's the prerequisite for you to renew your credential. Because every time sitting up for the exam will be very difficult, right?
Mhm.
I mean, paying for the exam, $400, and then every time sitting and passing the exam is going to be very difficult. And because now that we are talking about PMBOK, PMBOK is nothing but a guide to project management body of knowledge. So, do you have a PMBOK? Are you registered in PMI? Have you registered already?
No, I have not.
Okay. So first thing I would suggest is now, probably today after the session is over, please register in the PMI, because the reason I ask you to register is the exam. If you are a member, the exam costs about $435 or something. If you are a non-member, it costs about $540 or $550, I believe. I'm not pretty sure exactly, but it's something. Yeah, I think it's $555. Okay. So what happens is, if you are to become a member, you need to pay around $129. So, but the advantage that you get being a member is, you can download this PMBOK guide from the website directly, which is credential based, which is a password protected. So you will be the only person who will be able to access that. And then $10 for application form. So $139 is the first time that you will have to pay for to become a member. So if you do that, then your cost of your PMP exam will be around $435. So 405, I believe. I'm not. Yeah, you can probably check that in the website. I can also check and confirm that to you. So it's around $400. So become a member. Try to download the PMBOK guide, because all our material, everything is related to the PMBOK guide. Okay, whatever we are going to discuss. So for you to refresh yourself, whatever we have been discussing. So for you, you need to get this PMBOK, and I will give you other tips to pass the exam. What are the other books or materials that you will have to refer? I will give you the tips as we go forward.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So first thing, prerequisite, the mandatory is PMBOK, which you will have to download from PMI website by registering that. So I would request you to register it as soon as possible, so that it will be easy for you to start referring from tomorrow itself. Okay. So this is the criteria for applying the exam. One, there are two categories. One, if you're a bachelor's degree, then you have 35 contact hours. So you should have, 35 contact hours is the same which you're going to get after this session is over, this course is over. And then you should have handled 4,500 hours, 4,500 hours of, project management experience. So do you have that experience, Anthony?
Yeah, I would assume so. So I've been in the industry for, the last 10 years. So
10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have been doing project management for the last 3 years, then that's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Within the last 8 years, you should have minimum 3 years of project management experience. That's it. If you have that, then you are qualified for writing the PMP. If you're only a high school graduate, then you need at least 5 years of experience. So I hope you are a bachelor's degree, right? You have a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I have a bachelor's degree, and I got my MBA last year as well.
MBA. Oh, great. So you have master's as well.
Yeah.
So 3 years of experience, if you have, I think that's perfectly fine for you. I think you are eligible to take the exam. So this is a prerequisite. And some of the, what happens is, once you submit the application to PMI, after the course is over, once your 35 contract hours is issued by ACADGIL, then you will have to apply for the PMP exam, And then you can apply it via online or email also. I mean, mail also, via postal mail also. But online is better these days. So you can apply online by providing all the, all your experiences, basically, what are the areas of work that you have done in project management. That's what they'll be asking in the, I mean, basically you need to showcase the 36 months of experience, 3 years of experience in the application, minimum 3 years of experience.
And you said how much was it to take the PMP exam? It was like $435 or something.
I mean, yeah, 405 for exam and 129 for. I think 555 is the non-member. If you are a non-member, then it's about $555. If you are a member, then it's around $405.
Wow. Okay. And then if
Yeah.
if you don't pass, then you have to pay that again.
I think I can check that. I don't know what's the rule right now, but I believe may have to pay. I'll check that. Shubh, you are there. If there is something that you can confirm that, because maybe things changes. I do not have the latest information, but I believe I think you can reappear with a half of the fee or something. I believe that. I mean, that used to be way back, but I can check that as well for you. You can also check. I will also check and let you know. Maybe tomorrow I will confirm that to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. So one thing is, as soon as you apply for a PMP, you apply for the exam, then what happens is there is a computerized random audit that takes place. So you may have to give references because of, I mean, since you're going to showcase the 36 hours of experience, right? So you may have to tell, your supervisor, whoever, you may have to give their name and contact number and other things. So PMI, what happens is computer randomly selects certain applications for audit. And in case of audit, you may have to answer some queries that, whatever the questions that have been asked to you. And then you may have to get it signed with your supervisor, with your ex-supervisor or your current supervisor. If you're just a current project, then for the earlier projects, you may have to get it signed with your ex-supervisor. And then, you have to post it to PMI. And once that is done, if they are satisfied with your response, then they will give you an approval to go ahead and write the exam. So since the day of approval, you have 1 year to write the exam, take the exam. You have 1 year time. So within 1 year, say for example, today PMI approves, then until April 26, 2018, you will have, option to take the exam during this period of 1 year. So that is that. I mean, within 1 year you have to take. Otherwise, what happens is all your fees and everything will go waste. I think that's it. So you have to restart again. So, but generally people don't take that much time, right? I mean, they want to finish out the exam as soon as possible. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nobody wants to really drag that too much. Then you lose the grip of it, right? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, how long can we study, right? Keep on studying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the one. And completing the PMP application, prior to submitting PMP application, become a PMI member. That's what I would suggest basically to everybody, because you have access to a lot of materials in PMI website, all the webinars, everything, anything that you want to, you can refer. If you're not a member, then this membership is valid only for 1 year. Okay. See, PMP credential is valid for 3 years, whereas the membership is valid for 1 year. So even if you're not a member during the second year, still the PMP, if you pass the PMP credential holds good. Okay. But to become a member, for continue to being a member, then you have to pay $129 every year.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what it is. So here, I can help you when you apply for the PMP exam. When you apply, fill in the application form. Maybe a fourth day or whenever you are ready for the exam and you want to apply for the exam, you can get in touch with the CADGIL and I will help you fill up the application form as well. I can do that. Yeah. I mean, so because the application form, you need to be very, very careful in filling it up with respect to experience and whatever the knowledge areas and the process groups that we are going to talk about. We need to really clearly mention, all these things. Maybe we will talk about that again. Maybe at the end of the fourth day, we will talk about this again. And so the exam syllabus is this. So we have 5 process groups, which is initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling, and closing. These are the 5 process groups. And then you have 10 knowledge areas. So right from project integration management through project stakeholder management, which is listed down here. So you have 10 knowledge areas. And then we have something called 47 project management processes. So process groups is different, processes are different. So we have 47 processes, whereas 5 process groups and 10 knowledge areas. So this is the combination. This is a matrix that we will have to remember from the examination perspective. Okay. So the exam duration is going to be 4 hours. The total number of questions is going to be 200 multiple choice questions, out of which 25 questions, right, is considered to be pre-test questions, not the first 25 or last 25 or 25 in the middle. Those 25 questions are scattered across. So which means those 25 questions do not carry any marks.
Gotcha.
Even if you give the right answer, it does not carry any marks. So what it means is 175 questions is only carries marks, but we do not have any pass percentage here given, like saying you need to take 136 or 140 for passing the exam. We don't have the pass percentage here in PMP. The PMP, the way it is calculated is not by marks here. It's by the way of the table that's given below, right? The proficiency, like initiating based on the process group. What is your skill set? How much proficient you are? So it gives you below proficient, and moderately proficient based on the answers and based on the questions. So initiating, you will have 26 questions, but you do not know which question is initiating. Planning, you have 48 questions. Executing, you have 62. Monitoring and controlling, 50. And closing, you have 14 questions. That's the percentage that is given here. But you need a lot of practice to know if you are reading a question, you should be able to relate to which process group this question belongs to. Yeah, but a lot of people do not do that. So only way for us to come out of this is, answer as much as possible. You have to, there's no penalty, there's no negative marking here. So you can, even if you don't know the answer, any closest answer that you feel that is right, you should not, what I'm trying to say is you should not leave any answers blank. You should attempt everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that will help us to, we don't know, right? Sometimes by fluke we can get the answers right. So generally what happens is multiple choices. We have 4 choices where you have to go by elimination, by the method of elimination. So that which is not the right answer, probably you can eliminate, and always you will have a struggle between 2 answers. Most of the time, that, there, either, for example, if you eliminate A and B, maybe you may struggle between C and D always. So that's where, whatever we are going to read is going to help us out and try to understand, and get the right answer. So that's the introduction part. What the PMP is all about, and how do you register for the exam, and how do you apply for the exam.
All right. Have a great day today. We'll meet tomorrow morning. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.